Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the Black Jersey, and it's your boy Max, once again, hosting the channel. After round 4 of the Rugby Championship, the All Blacks now have 20 competition points ahead of South Africa's 10, so if we win the game next week, we're going to win the whole championship, following a 36-13 win over Argentina this round. Big credit to Argentina for getting points on the board this time. Emiliano Buffelli actually scored all of the team's points, despite the fact that he is playing on the left wing for this game. Also a big credits to Santiago Carreras for having a really good game at first 5, even though he wasn't kicking. Excellent game from the Pumas defence as well. But the rest of the game, pretty much all the All Blacks. Let's hop right into my review of this game, and let's go. Just like the previous one, this game started off very physically. After 2 minutes of an All Blacks onslaught, Julian Montoya got a turnover for Argentina, and Argentina choose to kick the ball out into the All Blacks half. All Blacks enter the line out, and Ethan Blackadder, yes, is used as the line-out jumper. In this game, we had 4 jumpers in the line-out, and I've been very concerned about the All Blacks line-out as of late, so I was very happy to see that the 4 jumpers were being used in this game. 1 minute later, after Blackadder's using that line-out, Hoskins Sotutu makes a clean break in one of his only games of this year so far. Will Jordan ends up running 20 metres off Sotutu's pass, and Artie Savia, of all players, fills in at halfback for TJ Perenara, and his try assist goes to Patrick Tuipulotu, who powers over for the All Blacks' first try, and Jordie Barrett converts, so the scorelines ends up being 7-0. So Jordie, even though he's playing at fullback with Mackenzie at 10, ends up being the kicker, so I believe with Mwanga out, Jordie is actually the second choice goal kicker. 7th minute though, Ethan Blackadder, straight after the kickoff, is penalised for an obstruction, which means Argentina get a few points on the board. Buffelli kicks the penalty, so the scoreline is now 7-3. 9th minute, the All Blacks hold a minute of possession or so before Rico Ioane offloads a forward pass to George Bridge. Argentina then has a scrum on their own 10-metre line, and the scrum ends up having to be reset before Alemano is penalised in the 12th minute for putting his feet into the turnover. Yeah, you've got to be on your feet when you're making the turnover, guys. Jordie Barrett converts this penalty that Alemano gives away for Argentina, so Jordie makes our scoreline 10-3. 7 minutes after Jordie makes this penalty kick, the All Blacks hold possession for 5 straight minutes. Quintu Paia manages to get a really good offload away to Samisoni Taukei'aho, who unfortunately delivers Will Jordan a forward pass, so Jordan's try did have to be ruled out, and believe it or not, Jordan didn't even score a try in this game, so that was very unusual considering the rate Jordan's been scoring at. 2 minutes after Jordan's try is disallowed, Joe Moody does collapse a scrum reset, so Argentina choose to kick for distance. All Blacks run the ball out of their half, but Jordie Barrett makes a clean break, offloads to Rico Ioane from the ground. Ioane does knock on though, which is really annoying, eh? Rico didn't have the greatest performance of his career, guys, but I do think he actually did quite well despite a few errors. I think he was really distributing quite well apart from in a few minutes. 22nd minute post the scrum, the All Blacks gain possession again. Will Jordan's chip kick, which was awesome, allows him to break the line, but he passes forward to poor Rico, who also has a disallowed try. I don't know what's with Argentina and disallowing our tries, but it really has been a theme this year. 23rd minute, Argentina then opt for the scrum. Joe Moody wins a really good scrum penalty to regain our possession, and Mackenzie kicks for touch. Sotutu is used as the line-out jumper this time. All Blacks do attempt a driving maul, but this one collapses, so Argentina get another scrum. The first half was very stop-start, but we did still score a lot of points, so I really can't complain now, can I? 26th minute, Argentina are again penalised at scrum time. The All Blacks get their own scrum feed. Sotutu picks the ball off the base of it, and TJ Perenara picks up Sotutu's pass to score a really good try from 4 metres out. Good stuff from TJ Perenara. His communication really could have improved, but I do think he's been having a really good rugby championship so far. Jordie Barrett converts Perenara's try to make the scoreline 17-3, and so that's quite a big margin for only 27 minutes into the game. Jordie, well done to Jordie Barrett for having a really good performance as well. Jordie Barrett was really close to being man of the match, but as you can see, the Black Jerseys Instagram followers did want to go for Samisoni Taukei'aho, and we're going to talk about him quite a lot for the rest of the first half, guys. 28th minute, Carreras kicks the ball out on the full during the kickoff, so the All Blacks are awarded a scrum at halfway. After 3 straight minutes of possession in the 31st minute, Rieko Ioane makes a really good clean break. I believe he once again had the most meters of the game. As you can see, he's got some pretty good stats for this game up on the screen. Credit to Ultimate Rugby for the stats. Rieko does unfortunately though refuse to pass to TJ Perenara, and he doesn't release the ball after being tackled, so he has another try disallowed. The poor guy, man. 2 minutes later, Taukei'aho gets penalised for the exact same reason as Ioane after Argentina choose the 22-metre dropout. Argentina kick for touch after Taukei'aho's penalised, and Ethan Blackadder makes a really good turnover after Argentina's maul is collapsed. 3 minutes after, in the 36th minute rather, Argentina does hold the majority of the possession for the next wee while. Finally, Taukei'aho attempts a really good turnover. His turnover though, ruled illegal. Don't know why, but he's entering the breakdown correctly. That's why I was really confused about the ruling on Taukei'aho's turnover attempt. It does frustrate me a lot when the ref doesn't rule a turnover that's actually been done legitimately, 39th minute as well, while Argentina still have possession, TJ Perenara is not penalised for a shoulder charge as the team defends. Will Jordan eventually wins a turnover over against Argentina though, which is really surprising. Only turnover of the first half, so big credits to Jordan. All Blacks hold possession for the rest of the half after they kick for touch. After several charges at the try line following an Ardie Savea kick, Tupou Vaa'i eventually scores in the corner. This 21-year-old has really gone from boy to man this season, and I think this is probably the best performance of his career. He ends up scoring the second try of the second half. He just had a phenomenal game, and it would be really nice if he could get even more game time because he's finally got some over the Rugby Championship. Right, into the second half. So the second half begins with a 24-3 scoreline for the All Blacks. All Blacks gain possession after Carreras kicks the ball out of Argentina's half in the 45th minute. This is the first time we've had possession in the second half. Hoskins Sotutu a minute later makes his second clean break of the game off an Ethan Blackadder offload. Ethan Blackadder, I think, would have been the 5th nominee for man of the match. We can't always go for 5 though. The Instagram setting only allows us to give 4 nominees. Oh man. Anyway, the ball exits the breakdown through Blackadder, filling in at halfback. Will Jordan and Ardie Savea provide a really good try assist for Taukei'aho, who is then subbed off after scoring his only try of the game, which is the 3rd of his international career. Jordie Barrett misses his, I believe, only kick of the game, and that makes the scoreline 29-6. 47th minute, Argentina hold possession for a very long time again after a really good kick by George Bridge, who couldn't get too involved in the game but did still have a very good performance. Argentina do knock the ball on while they're under advantage though. Argentina also have to reset their scrum a minute later. Dude, this game had far too many scrum resets. It did get very boring in the second half because of this reason too. Anyway, in the 52nd minute, Argentina keep possession after winning the second scrum attempt. Carreras cross kicks to Buffelli, who scores on the wing. Buffelli's then able to convert his own try, so the scoreline ends up being 29-13, and as I said, he did score all of Argentina's points during this game, so big ups to Emiliano. He would have done a lot to get up his goal kicking percentage, that's for sure. He does kick a lot of the long range ones, so that's really distorted the poor guy's percentage in his career. After Buffelli makes the conversion, Finlay Christie's come on and he charges down Argentina's clearing kick post kickoff. He does fail to gather the ball though, so he doesn't end up scoring a try. Argentina's second clear out attempt comes off Will Jordan, so even though they've kicked for touch, they end up getting the line out. George Bower 3 minutes later in the 56th minute has come off the bench, and he's penalised at the scrum for angling in. Argentina once again kick for touch. There were so many lineouts, goodness me! The All Blacks get possession back after a dropped Argentine ball following their driving maul. After a few phases of play, Tu'ungafasi does knock on. It's okay though, because Tu'ungafasi is coming back from injury. Big thanks to him for following us on Instagram. We've finally got a current All Black, and I really appreciate everything the followers have said to us. Anyway, on with the video. Argentina basically hold the ball for 13 straight minutes, and I've got no idea how our defense held out for all this time, because Argentina were having a really good go at our try line, and there were quite a few scrums in between. They had so many pick and goes, but big credit to the All Blacks for holding out and stopping Argentina from scoring another try. In the 71st minute, we finally have the ball again. We do get a scrum feed of our own, but Argentina's maul collapses again. Offer to Tu'ungafasi after 3 minutes of scrum resets, wins the scrum for the All Blacks, and Jordie Barrett kicks for touch 4 metres past the mark though, so Argentina is given another scrum feed because of Barrett being penalised. It's probably not a smart thing to make your kick for touch 4 metres in front of where the ref says to kick from, Jordie? It's okay though, rest of his performance was great. I will give him the benefit of a doubt for that one, So 75th minute, Argentina win the line-out. Enor tackles Argentina's defence into touch for a second time. Braden Enor finally got some game time for the All Blacks in the Foster era. It's been over 2 years since his first cap, and even though he didn't really get his hands on the ball, I think he defended incredibly well during only his second test. He had a great game, and I'm very excited to see what he can do for the rest of the international year. Will Jordan kicks the ball down the field in the 77th minute after Argentina finally once again lose possession. There's not really too much to say about the game apart from Tupou Vaa'i getting his second try and Jordie Barrett converting to make the scoreline 36-13. Argentina, despite this injury crisis they're having in the front row, have had a very good rugby championship against the All Blacks. I can't commentate on the Springboks games because of the time zone difference, but next week is going to be the biggest day of the Foster era because we're playing the Springboks. It's going to be so entertaining, and myself and Darren from Saffers Abroad Rugby are most likely going to do a live stream on Instagram just before the game after we found out who the team is, and we'll probably do a video again reacting to how the Springboks went against the All Blacks, and I can't wait to see the All Blacks take them down. I don't believe the Springboks will win anymore. Let's go the All Blacks. We're back at #1 in the world. It's so awesome to finally have a good consistent flow of rugby, and I'll talk to you guys again later. Before you follow this channel on Instagram, subscribe over here on YouTube too, click the notification bell and like the video, comment on this video, join the Discord server, subscribe on Patreon and subscribe star. As I said, I will talk to you again later guys. Enjoy the rest of your week. Kia ora.